and the rest of the world, Supersonic's money transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonic's money transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonic's Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics.
Assalamu alaikum.
Maalaikum salam.
Can you first introduce yourself?
I am Victor P. Jatta.
Victor P. Jatta, representing which party and which constituency?
Victor P. Jatta of Parliamentary constituency under the ticket of PDOIS.
All right, Victor. I believe you didn't come out like that and want to contest. What motivated you?
Oh, thank you for that great question. The number one motivating thing that has given me more courage to be here today is my people in Parliamentary constituency. We need so many things, but just to name a few, we need development, we need real representation. So those are the things that motivated me to come, because I feel like our representation is lacking.
Which is to say, Baba Gale Jallow is not representing fully.
Actually, not to say he's not representing fully, but it's not enough.
Yeah, that's that. You are repeating the same, not so?
I just don't want to use fully.
You are not comfortable with fully.
With fully,
No.
enough. At least I think it's a gentle way of, you know.
All right. So, what are some of the constraints people of Parliamentary are currently facing?
Development is number one thing that is lacking so much here. Simply,
if you can break it down, development in what sense?
I'm coming in detail. Simply the coordination and the organization of the people, most especially women and youth empowerment, is lacking so much. We need it. So because when you organize yourself well, then it will be easy to coordinate. And when you coordinate, then all other things that follow will come easier and more easier.
So it means coordination is the main problem. Huh?
Coordination is the main problem, followed by organization.
Okay, so you wanted to make sure those things are fixed. How will you be able to do that when you are voted in?
When I'm voted in, I'll be very, 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 very happy in the first place. And then those are going to be my number one priority. Because without those things, development will hardly take place.
Oh, okay. I can see you just came with few people. Why we are not seeing crowd? Like other parties used to do.
Yeah. Why I didn't came with a lot of people. Some of them are still on the way, because time stipulated is 9 o'clock. And then 9 o'clock, we all know now we have Saturday, a longer night. So before my people will coordinate themselves, to come, it was running out of time. So I spoke to them. I said, look, we are getting late because it is said 9 o'clock. So I'll go and then you follow in. And some of them are coming, as you could see. They have started, these guys met me here because in organizing or in leading, you must lead by example. So when you say 9 o'clock, then you should try and endeavor to be there by 9. So time.
Okay. We don't have much time.
Okay.
You are talking about coordination. That coordination is lacked in your constituency. Uh, Now that your people, you didn't come with your people at the same time. You are here waiting for them. You already submitted your nomination paper, and they will be coming later. And is that not a poor coordination?
No, it's not a poor coordination. Simply, like I said, you must lead by example. We spoke, it is 9 o'clock that we should be here. So yesterday we got a meeting. We all know that it's 9 o'clock. I wake up as early as 5 o'clock, started calling. I paid for 2 vehicles and I left them in the house. So when it was 8:30, I saw very few. I asked them, it's 30 minutes. Is it possible for us to run from here to Brikama? They said no. And they agreed that let me come and do the thing, then they will follow in. In case whereby they cannot make it, when they come, we all go back. So the coordination there is cordial.
It's cordial.
It's cordial and it is clear. So nothing is hid on the hidden agenda.
Oh, all right, Mr. Victor. How hopeful are you? Because you are contesting with many people there right now, and they are also very, very hopeful that they are going to. Each of them is very hopeful that he is going to, take up that position.
Because we know each other in our constituency. This is different from presidential. This one is parliamentary. We know who to put in there and come out with results for us. So we know each other. So they all know me. They know who I am, my capabilities, and my potentials. So, and the way I coordinate and organize them, that's why I got the highest hope that I'm gonna win. Yeah.
So if your people were here, uh, will we hear some noises? Because we used to see Doi somehow. Sometimes Doi don't need a lot of noise. They'll just do their caravan and everything else. Um, if I am not forgetting, perhaps this past election can be the first time for them to do a lot of noise. I can see. So we are going to do the same.
Well, on this aspect, I'm not gonna do the same because DOI is a party that everyone knows in the country that they work hard and their role in the parliament, we all know it, no one can dispute it. So I'm not gonna make any more big noise, just live a simple life and work to bring results as DOI normally do. They talk to people to know what is happening and what they should do. So,
So are you ready to be the next Khalifa Saleh of the Gambia?
well, don't compare me with Halifa Saleh.
It's not a comparison. It's not a comparison.
Compare me with.
It's not a comparison. Are you ready to be the next Khalifa Saleh of the Gambia?
Sure, I will put my feet under his shoes. I'm ready to walk after his footsteps because he's our icon. For me, he's a living saint. For me, he's a living saint because no one can dispute his capabilities and then his ambition for our nation.
All right, Victor. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you for your time, Victor. That was Victor representing PDOIS. Victor just submitted, like we said earlier on, Victor just submitted his nomination papers at the Independent Electoral Commission's regional office in Brikama here. Now he's just preparing to go home. You all can hear what he's saying. He is hopeful of winning. He claimed to be knowing all the problems of Sane mentoring, and he wanted to make sure he solved those problems. Earlier on, he also mentioned that he wanted to make sure coordination is properly done. Coordination is properly done. But we've seen Victor here without his people, and he's saying they talk and they agreed on time. Then they will meet him here. They will go home. And I asked him, didn't he think that is a poor coordination? He said no. It's about mutual thing. It's about mutual thing. That's what they agreed on. That's what they agreed on, and also that's what they should do. And for him also, that's what he should do. But he's around yet. Just to remind you, today, later on, we will have in United Democratic Party who will also come with their candidates, different candidates, to submit their nomination papers at this Independent Electoral Commission's office here. Thank you very much.
Salam. Good morning.
Morning, sir. How
Sit down. Welcome, sir.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
Good morning.
Yes,
How are you?
Oh, good. You're welcome. Can we start with silent prayers before we start the proceedings?
Can we have your papers, please? Let me see your ID.
Give me the papers.
You're giving the receipt.
Yeah.
I'll leave it.
Nominations.
Sworn as a declaration.
Yes.
Any contacts?
Yes.
Are you currently working? Huh?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a teacher.
Awesome. It's about it. Okay.
You must have this document in your nomination packet. Guidelines for the nomination process. Sorry, campaign process. Now we want you to sign, write your name and sign for us. And you date it. It's okay. This one is okay, huh?
It's okay, but let's take this.
Yes.
Something right now.
Yes. It's submitted, yes. Let me check. Yeah, it's okay. So for the itinerary, it's filled and everything is in order. So you should come, either you or your campaign team should come here on the 14th. That will be on Monday for us to reconcile this with other candidates from your constituency. Yeah, by 8, huh?
Okay. Can you sign these two for me, please? Yeah, this is. Yeah.
Two of these ones. On the 14th, that will be Monday. Yes, by 8.
So from 2 to 9. 1 year with okay. Association seat. No. You see, the specific period for the leave is not. The liver absent. Yeah. Which means so, okay. Sajay, we've gone through your documents, everything that you've submitted to us for you to be considered as a candidate. Um, we will issue you with 3 documents. One is the list of all that you submitted, and then as far as number 8 is concerned, leave of absence from your employer. Yes, the school is a boarded school, but the law says there's a specific period, 1 year without pay. In your letter, it is not indicated. It just says um, that you are hereby granted permission to go ahead with effect from the 21st February. So it's not indicated. So you need to get us one that stays specifically 1 year. Yeah, 1 year. Okay. Now, because of that, we'll issue you with a receipt that we receive your documents, but also with a rejection. And upon bringing us that letter, then we'll withdraw the rejection, and your documents go through the process. Okay. Well, all the best. Thank you. Yes. Okay. You now have the press.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, give him the letter.
So that within from now against Sunday.
Against Sunday.
Yeah, because even tomorrow you can. Yeah, no problem, no problem.
It's about the rules of the bring it to
Okay, thank you very much.
corruption, injustice.
Yeah, that is like to hold the executive accountable at the parliament, to make sure that any bill they bring, so it's of the interest of it's to the interest of the people. Yes.
As under the PDOIS, you're vying for this position, knowing that you have other aspirants who it's going to be very challenging for you to defeat them. Are you confident that come April on the 9th, you will be declared a winner?
I'm very optimistic by April 9, I will be declared the winner, based on the reason that if you look at all the aspirant candidates in all Yundum constituency, I'm the only one who went on primaries, right? And, got a clear victory. So that alone shows that I'm the choice of the people. All the other candidates were handpicked by their party militants or party members. So I'm the only one. So who is chosen by the people of all Yundum through democratic means.
Well, many aspirants who came here, we asked them questions about what are some of the things that they want to do for their people, because National Assembly is also about representation. For you, is it about development? I will bring projects, I will do this and that for you, or you're of a different kind?
For me, my development is in two folds. At national level, so we'll make sure that we, approve, bills, that is good for the Gambia, right? At community level, at constituency level, so as I said, we'll empower the women and youth through community-based initiatives, right? We intend to empower women, right? Because we know that we cannot develop this nation, or we cannot develop all Yundum constituency without women. We cannot develop all Yundum consequences without youth. So our focus is on women and youth, right? So on women, we want to make sure that we link with institutions, right? Provide them with funds, but different from funds they were given in the past. Because those funds, the interest is too much. So those are funds, that are meant to make the women suffer more. So we said for us, we'll bring funds that will be interest-free, right? And we'll make sure that they repay, those loans per se at their own will. So how we intend to do that is, as a PDIS candidate, so we all know that once you win through PDIS ticket, then obviously you have to share your salary. There is a certain percentage of your salary that goes to your constituency. So we want to use that percentage going to our constituency, to ensure that, we come up with modalities in paying those loans that will ease the burden of, loan recovery on the side of the women.
If elected, would you be somebody who would support the anti-corruption bill and the promulgation for a new constitution because it failed under the past
Of
National
course,
Assembly members
of
who were
course,
there?
of course. That's what I said at the beginning. That I want to be at the parliament to fight against injustice, corruption, and ignorance in the Gambia. And as our slogan says, PDIS, system change.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, all right,
Thank you.
Yes.
That was the second candidate who just tendered his nomination documents at the Independent Electoral Commission's office in Brikama. That is Pa Aliu Njai. Pa Aliu Njai mentioned some of the initiatives he will take in terms of development when it comes to youth development and also women. Also, he will also create an avenue where women will be loaned, and at the end of the day, those loans will be paid in a very small interest. He also said he will be there to represent his people. In fact, he's the right candidate because he is the only one who have gone through the primary process. All others have been chosen by their parties, but for him, he went through the primary process to become a candidate for all constituency. This is the second candidate who just submitted his nomination papers. Just to remind you that Pa Aliu Njai is under the ticket of PDIS. Very soon we will have United Democratic Party also will come here and also submit their document. But then Pa Aliu Njai also added on to that to say that he will be supporting the anti-corruption bill and also the new constitution that was thrown out for the past 5 years. Just to remind you, this is Sheriff Conte. You're watching Government Talent TV. Mbala kilo bulanda hani kabiko bill nomination on Latin war on Jangoti Mbale IEC la official team Mbale Brikama Sadi Kono Jang. Nyinen candidate fulan Jangoti minna takala nomination papers will submit Nyang ikafa Pa Aliu Njai. Pa Aliu Njai ay kumakandanta ngol fole mini alon ko abola kala development wala wato kono akabe min kala wala kamsul sementu ya aninka fo ninkel fanan sementu ya musol dung aba katalale fo ise julol jila julol mini alon ko ni bajola la fankan min be kala je asike la fankan o timi alon ko ata siala ba ke sa je sa juno anno fana ay promiso di fanan ko na tata assembly kono aba katalale constitution o mi alon ko yole fay wala constitution ko tawti banko la marala ko kutamani ya kodo dum men kunto inata fay nyi sanji lulu men tambita ko manto e ba katalale fo se aba katalale fasa je ko constitution o sina ko tega dum fana anti corruption bill jenko bilo mi alon ko ay support lo kele ay bayro ke jenko la ba katalale fana ay bilo fana support ko ma nyanta kala nyame mbal tet la mbal je la mba fula la le continuer kan moy. Thank you.
Silence prayers before we start the proceedings. Yes. Sorry. Take those ones. Yes.
Nominees.
The 300 less. Okay.
Swan acceptable. Yes.
Yes.
Income tax.
Yes. Responsive.
Are you currently working? No, you're not. You can take your ID card.
No? This is part of your nomination form. These are rules and regulations guiding the campaign. The form you have is your copy. This one is going to be our official copy. Now you want to write your name, you sign and you date it for us. You have pen, okay. What is going to
Campaign itinerary?
No, not submitted. You have the campaign itinerary with you. Yes. Have you submitted it? You didn't. It's part of the documents you mean?
Check you want to return to this guy. Whatever.
No, it's not part of that. Okay, sorry, it's here. Okay, it's okay. Only that comments here. These comments are trying to indicate to you which sort of activity you're going to take place there. Either you're going to have a meeting, or you're going to have a rally, or you're going to have a caravan tour of the area, or you're going to have a night stop. This is what the comments mean here. So I think it will be proper if you can go, sit down properly and redo everything. Then by Monday, that is on the 14th, you come, we do the reconciliation together with the other contestants within your consequence. 8 o'clock in the morning. 8. No, the college. Date is 10th. 10th March.
Take those two and sign underneath for me on both. Sign and date.
Yes.
I'm pleased to inform you that having gone through all the documents that you submitted, you fulfilled all the requirements for us to receive your documents and continue the process. Now, from here, your documents will be placed on the table for public scrutiny. If there's any objection, we will let you know immediately. Okay? If there's no objection, your documents will also be sent in for verification to ensure that you have 300 valid registered voters on the list. Yeah, okay. Once that's completed, with no hitches, we will call you and give you the acceptance of your nomination. Okay? So we're giving you a receipt to say we've received your papers and a checklist. And you have a copy, we have a copy. Okay? Thank you very much. Your deposit has already been paid for by your party. Okay.
So this ethics, as I told you earlier, is the rules and regulations guiding the campaign. And I'm sure you must have gone through and you understand everything. As we are advocating for peace, so we want you to advise your people to stick to these rules and regulations. Yeah, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You now have the press. They are all yours for 10 minutes.
Good morning. Are you all set? Sorry. Good morning, Ma. Can you tell us your name and which constituency you're from and what party ticket you're running on?
Good morning. Azubillah mina Satan regime. My name is Nima Lisa Kojabi. Nima Lisa Kojabi from Lamin, but running on a PDIS ticket representing Kombo North Busumbala constituency.
When it comes to women, people don't normally see them like they can represent their people in the parliament. How confident are you that you're the right person for your constituency?
Well, I am confident. I'm very confident. And the reason I said I'm confident, and where my confidence is coming from is that I was pointed out by women to run for this election. And this is where I'm getting my courage from, that I'm confident that I can represent this constituency and that women shouldn't be downplayed or thought otherwise.
As a woman, when elected, what are some of the things that you will bring, development that you will bring for your women in your constituency?
Well, the things that I will bring are many, that I'm planning on bringing are many. And I don't want to just elaborate much on women and leave the guys out. So the guys are a very much part of my community and my constituency. But since you ask, what am I going to bring for women? I will tell you that the women's issues in Combo North, which is not unique to Combo North, are very, very, very lagging behind. There's a big discrepancy in the community when it comes to women. Our needs, for example, healthcare, our need for education for our kids, our needs for good roads, and the list goes on. These are the issues, some of the issues that I would like to address when I'm elected.
And if elected, how would you intend to address those issues?
Well, as an aspiring member of parliament and hoping to be elected to become a member of parliament, I know I will have questions or comments a lot from people that, what are you going to be able to bring here? You are an MP, and MPs don't bring stuff to the communities or to the constituency. But I say that MPs can bring stuff. And the way that we can bring stuff is to join our fellow parliamentarians that are there already, look into what's on the table there in the National Assembly, and look at what is on the table that is stagnant, not moving, or what's not there. And we'll address them. And then also the bills that come in, that the parliamentarians vote on to pass or fail, take a good look and scrutinize the bills that are put on the table in front of us, and pass or fail, the ones that wouldn't benefit the community. And when those bills pass, the good bills pass, that will enable our councillors to get their resources, to reach their resources to bring back to the community and develop the community. So I feel like going in there and working hard with my colleagues, passing the bills that will benefit the community and failing the bills that are of no use.
If elected, what sort of a representative will you be? Because we've seen many MPs, when elected, they forget totally about their people. They're only there to follow their party's directives. What sort of an MP will you be if elected?
Well, I've been going out to the communities to announce my candidacy, not campaigning, but I've been going to my neighbors in the community to seek their permission and to also announce my candidacy, my intention to them. And this question is really good, because I've been telling them that if they are looking for a candidate that will go MIA, missing in action, after they are elected, then look for somebody else. I live in the community of Busumbala constituency, and I know what the issues are. I know what I'm living there. Our way of living is not dignified at all. So if they're looking for a parliamentarian that's gonna be voted in and be bigger than them and be better than them, then go look for somewhere else. I'm looking to be a parliamentarian that's going to be good and well together with the community. So there's no brainer about that, because when you are voted in, you are an employee for the community that voted you in. So if you go there and think that the community is going to adhere by what you want or what you do, you are mistaken. And that's not what I'm looking for. I live in the community and I'm suffering the same things that the community is suffering from. So
underrepresented in the House. Don't you think that it's high time for women to move ahead with a 50-50 representation agenda?
It is high time. That's why I'm here. And that's why the rest of the female candidates that are contesting this year, this is the reason why we are here. I know I appreciate the guys that are there, and I appreciate my fellow parliamentarians that are already there now, but I feel like the reason why we are underrepresented is because women are not many in the parliament, and our issues are addressed mainly by men. So we want to be present at the table where the issues are being tabled out at, where the issues are being discussed and passed. So when I'm elected and I go to the National Assembly, this is one of the main reasons which is motivating me to run and hopefully be elected, and then I'll go there and try to fill that gap, and we can table our issues ourselves.
Yes, we have seen your party PDIs have been giving us good parliamentarians. So I really assure us you will maintain the same legacy when elected to office.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
I mean, we have seen PDIs have been giving us a good parliamentarian national assembly.
Right.
Will you maintain the same legacy when you are elected to office?
Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Because PDIS is a party that is uniform. Everything that we do it uniformly. And we are going to follow in the footsteps of the leaders of the party that have been there before us, and the ones that are currently there, we are going to follow their footsteps. Because the reason I say that is, the footsteps that are there that we are going to follow in are good. They're great. So there's no need to change that.
So it's like all your policies are just from your leaders?
Yes.
Or you're having your own policy?
We are going to follow the policies of the party, but then we are going to also come in with our ideas to add on, because nothing is started.
What are those ideas?
These are the ideas that I just addressed, that when I go in there, I will take a look and scrutinize why certain things are stagnant if they are already there. And if they are not, I will point them out that there's a need for this. Why don't we bring this onto the table to look into it, so that also will be there for the public to access. You're welcome.
You just submitted your nomination papers. Are your documents all intact?
Yes, they are. That's what I'm told, and I'm confident, and I believe them that they are all intact.
Thank you and good luck.
Interview is somehow long, but just to maintain the time to manage it, this is the third candidate that just came here to represent PDOIS. The third candidate to represent PDOIS from Busumbala constituency. Just to remind you that this is the candidate who is contesting against Momodu Sabali and also Sekuba Jaju and also Jirani Sanya. So this contest is not going to be an easy one, because all of them seems to be very competent and vocal in speaking. Also, the lady happened to, that is Nima Kojabi, happened to outline some of the difficulties his constituency is facing. Even though Sekou Bajaju said he provided 2 clinics for his constituency, but Nima Kojabi happened to mention some of the problems, which among them is a clinic, lack of a clinic, and also women at the market. He also wanted to make sure women live better life, and also they live life that is up to standard. Also, this is a candidate representing PDOIS from Busumbala constituency. Just to remind you that this is Government Talents TV. We are at the Independent Electoral Commission's office in Brikama. Currently, we just have to cut them short somehow because of the nature of the time. Thank you very much.
Before we start the proceedings,
And welcome. Okay, can we have your papers, please? Your ID card, your passport, any?
Sorry. Care of this one, they are not necessary for nominations.
That's fine.
Yeah. What of your nominees? Let me have this one. Oh, sorry. Nominees are in here.
Asset declaration.
Yes.
Income tax.
Yes, it's here.
Leave of absence.
It's letter here. Mr. Jiwa, I know you must have recognized this paper.
Yes, very.
It's the rules and regulations guiding the campaign process. Now, the copy you have is yours. This is going to be our copy. You write your name, you did, and sign it for us. Please. Sorry.
Independent. Huh?
It's independent, yes. Fine. These ones too, they are okay. Huh? The photo and the symbol are okay. You can print.
All right, it's fine. Huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Filled? It's filled, yes. So for this one, it is filled properly. It's okay. Now we are informing you to come here on Monday, on the 14th, 8 o'clock in the morning. If you cannot come, you send somebody who can come on you and take these ones on your behalf, so that we can reconcile this program with other candidates in for new councillor.
So is it, for example, within the ward, my chairman and I come?
Fine, it's okay. It's still the same. Thank you.
Can you look at this and fill these two forms for me? Sign. Sign and date. It's a checklist of all the materials that you submitted.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Was this marked or is not the same?
No, it will be marked.
It will be.
Don't worry.
I wanted to confirm. Candidate has the name, huh?
10th.
My name.
Yeah, sign and date.
Put your date. 10th. Yes. The second one.
I don't have my name. I saw their candidate. Is it?
That's okay. Signature.
Okay,
Signature.
Okay. What is your number? Telephone number?
States exactly all the documents that you submitted. Okay, you will have a copy. We have a copy. So that's what we're going to use as reference. Okay. Congratulations, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
For this itinerary, sorry, this code of conduct, you went through, and these are a set of rules and regulations guiding the campaign. So we are advocating for peace, and you have to make sure you guide your people to make sure they maintain that peace. Yeah, without any violence. Huh? Thank you.
Okay. You now have the media. All the best.
Can you introduce yourself?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله على نعمة الإسلام وكفى بالله نعمة. I am Almame Jiba from Fonyi Kansala, Jiramba village, an independent candidate for Fonyi Kansala constituency.
Mr. Jiba, what's the motivation behind today's nomination and what does it mean for the people of Fonyi?
The motivation is simple. The future councillor begins today. I am an advocate for peace, injustices, the real sense of move of Kaju that the people of Kansala have faced for the past 5 years, 3 months. In so regard, the motivating factor that has heralded me to stand firm in the pursuit of this is to salvage my people from demilitarization and a whole lot of affections that today my people are crying both day and night. Their tears are not wiped up. I believe, as an independent candidate, 4 corners of Fonyi, for 5 years I've been standing, sacrificing my life and energy. Today it is a turn that I need the voice to be heard in the highest assembly, that is the National Assembly, to make sure the newborn of Councillor begins today.
Aside from representing your people in Parliament, the narrative is almost the same in the country with regards to the cost of living when people are complaining. Can you describe your presence in Parliament if elected?
Very simple. The full self-sufficiency that the Gambia could have worked better for the past 5 years or so. We will make sure that proper laws are tabled. The agricultural sector is improved. The status quo of farmers are adhered to. The Jahal Pasha project and all lot of issues. These are issues that if it is built properly, the narrative could be simple, and today we will not have a hunger campaign. And also a lot of issues that today the country is faced with high rocketing of prices, due to why the businesses are in the side of foreigners, not even in the Gambia. And the government is laying a deaf ear in empowering the Gambian people to make sure we take over the country to uphold the best of it and see a better Gambia with a stable price.
All right. You've mentioned a security concern in your constituency. What do you mean by that exactly?
Simple. 2017, Arna Jatta was broadly murdered by the Senegalese forces. I serve as a key coordinator in making sure his justice is repelled and heard. But a deaf ear was laid to this current government. Ismail Atamba was sought with the same Senegalese forces. A deaf ear was laid. Gobi was killed and thrown in a well. A deaf ear is made. Today we'll see the hitting ground that has almost set Fonyi ablaze and the country. That is the mixture that had within the economic and the liberation forces of customers, that is the MFDC. It is caused by the inappropriate enaction of the law and the government taking its own bandwagon to make sure they put what is right for them and intimidate Fonyi. So these are issues that today, any individual that will serve in the interest of Fonyi. I have been an advocate. Letters were wrote. We also took off campaign for the Aruna Jatta. Every year we held charity. Issues of Gobi, a deaf ear is laid. Issue of Ismail Atamba, we facilitated his medical bill. Neither the government or the Senegalese forces or whatever force had laid a deaf ear. So we see that Fonyi is misrepresented. People who have always served their representation are not at the wish and the aspiration of the people of Fonyi, but they are there for their pocket. That's why the majority said no. They heralded and went to the minority with envelopes that will satisfy them. We are now saying no. We are youths of Fonyi. We need change, and that change is imminent. Come 9th April, the victory will be ours, and the whole Fonyi will celebrate it with peace, and the fight will continue to make sure we would not be enslaved twice.
Finally, before we, as we get closer to the polls in April 9th, what message do you have for the people of Fonyi at large?
Generally, by looking at me status quo, I'm an advocate of peace, a religious by background, a key lecturer, trainer in information technology. Yes, I have served 19 years in the civil service. Mentorship is my area. I educate the young, put them, school them, give them the Tibet education that they need. I am an individual that peace is one part of me. Without peace, we will not stand here. Without peace, the country will not move. Without peace, we will not be able to breathe the air that we think is certain. But we believe so. Those people who are wearing the caps of doing the mixing and blending to gain names, I am saying to them, sorry, Fonyi will not be used for that purpose. And as we campaign, we will go holistically, peacefully, and explain the narratives, the sufferation and the torturing that my people have faced. So that will be a belting ground to make sure peace will be advocated, and we'll work towards peace. Guiding principles of the rule of law will be our top priority in the coming process of campaign.
Mr. Jiwa, out of the number of political parties in the country, why do you choose to be independent and not own?
I am independent in the mindset. I have been fighting independently alone in Fonyi with all the number of parties that have available in the status of the country. I am independent to make sure the WhatsApp group are freed without involvement of a political party. I am independent to make sure Ismaila Tamba's healthcare is protected. I am independent to make sure that today in Fonyi, 25 youths have performed effectively Tibet education skills in areas of satellite, solar installation, information technology, CCNA, security. These are all issues that heralded me. I don't need any bargain from any political party. I am the choice of the people. My people remained solid. In the last presidential election, 6,000 plus was won independently, and the coalition had 1,000. So this is what moved me, and I'll stand for that independency that Fonyi has lacked, and we'll work towards achieving it in the shortest period of time.
Are you confident that you are going to win?
Full-time confidence, because as I'm saying you, I'm giving you the analysis of the past presidential election. These are the people who had bagged me independently. We have 6,000 plus in Fonyi Councillor. We had at least smudged them down, condensed them. Today they only have 1,000 in Fonyi, with all the political parties that have joined together. We alone had performed victorious, and that victory is still imminent and is there. I am the choice of the people. Why? Because I am the savior that has stood the voice of Fonyi when they are voiceless. When they are thrown away, I stood for them in all odds, and I believe so. I would not be left alone. That's why I am forced, sacrifice to condense and contest the election.
What would be your stand in as much as we heard of the recent the last month clashes between the MFDC and the Senegalese forces, whereas some of the Fonyi youths were arrested and then yet still they could not receive their mobile phones?
I am saying to you, immediately as I step from this IEC office, I am going to the hospital. Why? Because Fabakary Bojang, who has been kidnapped, captured unknown, a day sent to Senegal for days and weeks. Today he's in a sick bed. He cannot even talk, neither even do his functions. What happened was, we had a political motive with the then current National Assembly. He removed Fabakary on the hotel without any medical checkup, putting it together, removed them as slaves, and they are returned to their people naked. He lost his belongings, 40,000 plus is all not seen. So I believe so. Samplery, from here I'm going to the hospital, discuss with him and lay plans to make sure we repel the injustice that our people are facing. And I'm ready for that, and I'll stand for that. And I'm ready to sacrifice my life for the savior of Fonyi and the Gambia at large. We are not independent, we are enslaved. The justice is now being ruined down, and the people are suffering both day and night. Security is a problem. Food is a problem. Market, transportation. These are all issues that we think it is high time the youths take over the country and we change the narrative in the National Assembly. Not a rubber stamp National Assembly, but a National Assembly that will stand the aspirations and the minds of the people to make sure the laws are enacted and protected. And we stand firm to make sure that Fonyi, that Gambia, that country is protected, and the glory days of that Gambia that we call will be returned back.
Mr. Jiwa, you have been mentioning like the difficulties that the Fonyi people are facing, and the same thing that these people who are there as of now, they were saying that people in Fonyi have been facing difficulties. How challenges will you think that this will take you?
Point of correction. The people that you're saying, if you're referring to the current National Assembly members, they have served their pocket and left the people of Fonyi alone. In the assembly, they have an agenda. Their motive is to support the current government. They went as a minority to support that government. We as majority will flock together, join a force, and we make sure we make a change for the betterment of our people. So therefore, I've been doing it and I will do it. And the last thing that I will now prepare myself is to make sure we take all signatures.
How challenges?
The challenges is simple.
Would it take you?
It won't. The challenges are not much. I will invite my people. I have already set committees that I've been fighting for. An association is there that is standing for the welfare of the people of Fonyi. So it's a done deal to make sure that it's organized. I am simple, and I'll make it simple, and you'll all be heard, and you'll be invited in the shortest possible time. Thank you.
That was Anmame Jiba of Fonyi Kansala. He was able to outline many problems, especially in the aspect of security of Fonyi Kansala. He mentioned some names like Haruna Jatta, and also Musa Tamba, and different people who were injured or who lost their life during the course of some Fonyi conflicts. He's saying he have a lot of experience and also served the government for a couple of years. For that being a case, he will be represented his people at the National Assembly. Come April 9, he will be the one to represent them because he is the choice of the people. He also mentioned the former MPs that are representing there for the five past years, that they were just there for their pockets. They went there as a minority to just go there and then support the current government that is there. And for him, he's the choice of the people. He's going there with a majority to challenge them to make sure what is lost from Fonyi is taken back to them. And also the security issues that are there, he will make sure he solves them. This is Government Talents TV, nomination day 6 at the Independent Electoral Commission's regional office in Brikama. Thank you so much.
jigéen ñi gis ngeen jigéen ñi ñoom yëpp ñu ngi ni taxaw yéen a gis ni li ngeen a gis ni yëpp ay jigéen ñi ay mag ñu fi ay xale tamit ñu fi ay li nga xam ne moo di góor jigéen ñëpp a fi nekk tey si nomination bi si biir Brikama Day 4 yëpp yéen a ko gisandoo Gambian Talents ñoo la fi nekkal live and direct leen di génneel rek lépp li nga xam ne moo nekk di xew si nomination bi fii si Brikama jërëjëf ba si kanam.
ya jamme bon simo bota dame ndol bota walto wala nati kay tan ni Gambia be ko bilem dolal lungoti e kumol siata ka fo fonyi kansala iman député soto fonyi kansala abe APRC data Papa Karito Monjata dol manta APRC Papa Karito Monjata dol bi fo sama ko jandi dunia be menkela dol be ya jamme koma be Gambia koma wala tna be ay tan la dunia be ko fonyi kansala ila député yemen tomba wala almame jiba ti ndol nata wala nominate bi andu ngalon ko ala sao ndol sao almame jiba wala be tan la fonyi kansala kabo bi ko faw
so ngaje ko atel lota as independent altigita ko alla candidate o abe winna le ba
forcé ni ajube fonyi kansala député men nata nomination ola mo manyi crowd o soto ibe killing ole nata bare ajube nyi mol men nata bi ide fango yalo ne woto fonyi kansala don jikita ko almame don lafta almame bi lafta almame sama andu ngalon ko atele be wi
so atele mine suje almame la kodo ba alko almame lo almame ale mine suje la kodo de mino do janaka lo ko ale mine suje
wato minna aman do ko soto aman tara fengo fenna afata fonyi kansala e ay kolbe ke fonyi kansala ay mol jamala kanandi kol ku jamala nabo bo mo ni mol yaje ko itebe do ko la bankoe imam palaso soto woto niye palaso soto ibe munekala wala mi ite kala banne drong wala mo mel lafta ila bankola barakat si foni electiono sida isena yewulna yafo kon lafta place ola okay yalo woma lafi place ola
okay abaraka ba
abaraka
That was Almame Jiba right there. He confidently submitted his nomination papers at the Independent Electoral Commission's office in Brikama right now. He's on his way to go back to Foni Councillor. Very confident, seems to be having a lot of experience and also the ability to outline most of the problems the people of Foni are right now facing from Abdullah. I can see Abdul Jaju talking here, confidently talking that they will be defeating. This victory is theirs. Also with Jerending Sanyang, who is also going to be an independent for Busumbala constituency, and very soon we are going to see Jerending also. This is the people of Foni Council are there dancing, showing their happiness for the nomination of their candidate Almame Jiba. Almame seems to have a lot of people here in Foni Council. Memang fokan wolem ko ñinem Almame Jiba ti ate Almame Jiba molem yalon ka experience ro bakere comme aya fo ñaming experience ro bakere Foni Council ko liatel londi pour que represent ngajela ni momi nata janga siara bari fana ngajela fana Abdou Jaju aning Jerendin Sanya.
Sit down. Sit down. Before we start the project, can we make a silent prayer first?
And you're welcome. Can I have your papers, please?
No, just give me the file. Let me help you. How many says?
This one asset declaration.
Yes. Yeah.
Income tax clearance.
Yes.
Currently working. Are you currently working?
Not
No,
employed.
not employed. Code of ethics.
So I believe you can recognize this document. It is part of your nomination package. It's the rules and regulations guiding the campaign. So the copy you have is your own copy. This one is the copy for us. Now we want you to write your name, you sign and date the document for us.
Okay.
You have pen here. Here.
Pass it later.
Yes. Yes.
Sample, photo and symbol.
Do you have a sample of your photo and the symbol?
If you don't have it here, it's not a problem.
It's not a problem.
Just make sure before you print, you let us have it so that we can check and confirm it before going ahead.
Take my WhatsApp number.
Yeah.
Take my number so that you can send it to me. I verify it before you print for many copies. 64
itinerary.
6495 891. And what of your itinerary too? It's not filled yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, you can prepare that one too and bring it before on the 13th. That will be on Sunday. By Monday, you either come or you send your campaign manager to come who can take this on your behalf to reconcile those your document within the candidates in Congo East. On the 14th, that will be on Monday, huh? Right.
Can you please sign this too for me? Very good. Mr. Soul, I've been going through your documents, all the documents that you tendered. We're pleased to let you know that you fulfilled all the legal requirements to enable you to contest as a candidate. Now, this is the first stage of the process. From here, your table will be on your papers will be on display for any objection. If there is no objection, or if there is an objection, we'll let you know. Okay? And your list of nominees will also be sent in for verification. You need a minimum of 300. Once we have 300 in there that are valid, then we will call you to come in for your acceptance. So at this point in time, we issue you with a list of all the documents that you've provided. You have a copy, we will have a copy. And then a form saying receipt of nomination, that we have received your documents. And they will now go through the full process.
And for this document, as I told you earlier, it's the set of rules regulating the campaign program. Now we want you want to make sure you abide by these rules and regulations and advise your campaign team to make sure they abide by it. In violation of it, you have a signature, you have your name and your signature here. You know what the consequences could be. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. And wish you all the best. Thank you. Okay.
You're contesting for the Combo East constituency under the UDP ticket. Tell us what motivates you to contest for this National Assembly election.
Yes. First of all, I got the blessings of my former MP, Honorable Nefem Konta, and the blessings of the people of Combo East in their large majorities. And also, having contested for the second time, having been intending to contest for the second time, I've understood that I'm still passionate to contest for elections to contribute to the nation building. Yeah.
What would you want to advocate for, or what do you want to see change if, suppose that you are elected to become the National Assembly member for Combo East?
To make sure better laws have been elected for in Parliament to serve the best interests of Gambian people, both men, women, young and old, and also to work on strategic development programs to scrutinize budgets and not to allow the executive to be going on with budgets that are not being well scrutinized. And in doing so, in having that one in mind, I feel if elected, if I get into the House, I'll be able to contribute immensely towards better laws to govern us and strategic thoughts and strategic evaluation of our budgets to make sure that we spend our resources wisely and technically.
Well, Combo East is a huge battleground. It's going to be tough. Are you confident that you're going to win?
I'm very confident because I'm not a beginner in it, and I've been very close to my people. I've been in their doorsteps for the past 5 years, and many of my people knows I'm a household name, and my reputation within the constituency had earned me enough to contest comfortably, and then with confidence I'll be winning elections, inshallah.
Okay, we are giving a limited time. Mr. Konta, your predecessor, if you can say a few words, why did you give up to give him the chance to contest?
Thank you very much. I thank everybody. I thank the Almighty Allah, the sustainer, the one who developed everything into stages. Absolutely, I'm very much content with the performance of my predecessor, my brother, who is Honorable Abdul Sow. I'm so very happy with him, and I believe he is well connected, and the stages that I left, he can continue with it. I'm very much confident with him, and I know he can do it to the best of his ability.
Thank you.
Thank you so very
much.
Well, that was Mamadou Sow of Combo East constituency. He's just representing somebody else who was there for the five past years. Just to remind you, this is United Democratic Party's first candidate that came to submit his nomination paper at the Independent Electoral Commission's office in Brikama here. He outlined some of the plans he wants and the strategies, development issues that he came up with. They're also hopeful of winning this upcoming election that is just at the corner. Time is not there, just to limit it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Can we have silence prayers before we start the proceedings?
Thank you. Can I have your picture?
Give me the profile. Yeah. Yeah. Cash.
You can have
this cash. Precio? No. Precio. Nomination.
Plus extras.
Sorry. No, this one, they are not. Okay.
Song as a decoration.
Yes. So do that.
Income tax.
Yes. Photo symbol. Here. It's okay. Huh? Itinerary is here, but it's not complete. This is this one is the itinerary.
Yes.
But unfortunately, it's not complete. So, what notwithstanding, it's not a requirement for nominations. When you go, you can make sure you fill in these columns. The route is the way that you are taking from let's say from Kubariko to Makumbaya. The route you are taking. That's what should be here. And the comment should be either you're going to have a meeting, or you're going to have a rally, or you're going to have a night stop here, or you're going to have a caravan tour. That should be indicated at the end. Then, if you feel that up to the last day of the campaign, then by Monday, on the 14th, this should be submitted before 13th. That will be on Sunday. Then by Monday, this will come, or somebody come on your behalf who can take decisions on your behalf, come to reconcile this thing with all the contesting candidates in Busumbala. Yeah, so you can go and do that. Thank you.
Can you please sign these two forms for me? Sorry. Under the sign and date. It's a checklist of all you submit. Yeah, that is it.
And as you can see, this is a set out of rules regarding the campaign program. I'm sure you must have gone through. The copy you have is your copy. This is going to be our own copy. So you can write your name, you sign and date it. I think it's going to pick up.
Yeah, you can go ahead, well.
Yeah. No, let me complete it for my
This is supposed to be feel this. Okay, so. And like I said at the beginning, you're most welcome. We have gone through all the documents that you submitted, and that's why we have a receipt of your nomination and a list that we both signed indicating everything that you submitted. So we have to go through the whole process and check through everything to make sure everything is intact. Unfortunately, like it's stated clearly in the copy that was in the nomination form, the guideline to the nomination, you have qualifications and disqualifications. Now, according to section 91E, it's clearly stated, and that because you've been adversely mentioned at the commission and the subsequent process, you've been found, you've been disqualified from standing as a candidate. But we had to go through all the process, and you have 48 hours to apply to the commission for review of this decision.
For review
of this decision. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best.
I have questions.
No, I'm not taking questions.
No, I have questions.
No, I'm not taking questions, Mr. Sawali.
I have questions. You said I have 48 hours to do what?
You have 48 hours to appeal the decision to the commission.
How do I appeal? Can't I have a fair hearing to ask you what is the process of appealing?
Yeah. To write to the commission contesting the decision, and the commission will reply to you.
So the commission has decided here?
No. I'm deciding as the returning officer for this administrative area.
You have decided that I'm not qualified
to
stand in the National Assembly elections?
Yes.
Based on what?
Based on section 91E.
But I have appealed against the adverse findings of this commission.
The very
and
last...
that process is on. So what authority do you have to override a process that's higher than you constitutionally? The Appeal Court of the Republic of the Gambia. I don't think you have the right to do that. I think you are abusing your office, and that's completely unacceptable in a democratic transition. I think you are being used as a tool to oppress an innocent Gambian who has not been any court of law. Well, I deserve to be heard.
Yeah, I'm listening.
I want to be heard.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yes.
Are you ready? Thank you very much, Mr. Sabas.
I'm not ready yet. We'll continue the process at court.
Okay, thank you.
We are at Brikama still now, and we are waiting. We didn't see Sabali yet. He went back. I believe he went to collect some of the requirements that were asked by the returning officer, who is presiding over this nomination here.
Ndalam Ibrahim Njai, ndalam Mota Nang Kotanke. Sabali nde ajele ko, sabali ate nyando nyaje min pita yudi pinkol nyato. I see nya wala je wala tana ya ko nyimbai e koko nyata lota ala dinkende ya aba min tamandele banko kan wala tana balantala e ko anyina ta tonya molama atata parliament ala tonya ya kama e balanta wala ala tonya fo kama wala tana balantala pour sa baleta be amole parliament tali lo kamala
itoni Babakari Baro Babakari mune la consent
na consent minti nim kata morsa
mod sabal rejection on ay niyo ko ya bak ala fo baro ko dictator ya ka start neto afo baro ko dictator ya ka start neto baro kana banko ta banko be beti yaden ay banko tinya na ay banko tinya sama nyi banko malal bada dala ba ay mo kilin ma muna ne be silala wala ba fulo nindo ka ni to ko nyindo e sunya ro kay banko le na fulo sunya ita fananta ite min fangol be de bala ala isi sani mamuda nyanyol e sunya ro min ka duniya kono mo na muna ka duniya balo yo sai ni unte na na ita ko wala sunya ro biya nyinda woda kala yamira be kenol nyaadi ala baro ko ay banko ta kala sumandi modi akana ka modi mimbe ka fi dictator ka start neto e ka dictator ya de de niya na ka be continue la ngina alafta banko la nyama ta sutolo nya banko be ka salala banko tana mon nafal ko ta ay ka kuti mi ala no ko nabe ko kala dal wakom akana jibe ko tala man sati ninde min fa isfanal mon lele sambodi de la nyaaje ka man sati mon lele sambodi la ko ta mbatan la ko ay minke mon amang ka kuti mi ala na beria ka fon waya la kala loma kale ata fon la bide sembola mu nyindi mi ala la diate bari ni ala kidi dal anya be nyo jala nyala
the people's reaction is still on. Yes, ini bara benyari. Bara itu ni. Dia itu misal demba. Musa munera consent. Ya mau be bijang. Iko sabal tan minute la. Dan lo mele ko sabal tan minute la. Lafa ko dal lo long. Ko sabal ma ka gambelo di ba. So lafta dalilo ñu ne long. Lafta ka dalilo ñu ne long. Sa ka fon loi fon gambe dal loi la fon ti jang. Foi ko la tan minute la totally ba foi ko ñanda tala fenne kamana. You got 2 minutes la. Because dan lo mele ka 2 minutes la fa ko long. Hey, this time Gambia, somebody is our central government. You can't go to the central government. You know, one level can file a Adambo, Adambo, Yamin, Adambo, I see what national Sabal will allow. Because if a parliament apply, central government, Yabali, fine. Why you know, people never elect the prayer Tambi, I Tambi Yato. So, Omo than to pull along me and the Sabal Catalola. I almost made the Sabal to quite far. Why to quite far? Central government, Yabali Walton, Mama Kuno. What's that you know? One level cut the file, why you got the cut the file? What the cut the file? Purpose to die elect. So, you should know that. And you got for Lua. Cut the file, 2 months, Amantama, thank you. You call Lua, thank you. That is the reaction from different people of the supporters of United Democratic Party. And he's saying, mbal hakilo bulan la ñu ngi leena fatale kul ne Gambian Talents TV ngeen nekk di seetaan fu mu ne ni si jamono ji Brikama si seen office bu nekk Brikama regional office bi West Coast region di leen fatale kul still now United Democratic Party bi mooy seen second candidate bu ñëw duga fii noonu pour def nomination am kooku di Mamadou Sabally waaye ñu ngi gis ne deny nañ pour mu nominer for a reason mënuñ ko ascertain right now nii waaye dégg nañ the returning officer bi mu ko wax ne war na moo dem mu sort out there is something he should sort out am na lu mu war a sort out within 48 hours mu def loolu waaye bu mu génnee bu Sabally génnee balaa Sabally di génn wax na exactly person boo xamante ne constitution bi moo ko wax na loolu mu teg si ay yeneen baat mu teg si ay yeneen wax waaye from there mu génna bu mu génnee nag gaayam yi ñu ne du dem fen dafa taxaw mu def interview ak journaliste yi waaye gis nañ am nañu doon dinaay pour na bu am wax ak benn journaliste waaye pusan pour bi am diggante waa UDP seen neen den de combat gaayam ñëwaat pour ñu force pour dugga si biir IEC office bi waaye nag PIU officers yi taxaw bloc bunta bi ne kenn du fa dugga ñu gis Ibrahima Diba ki nga xamante ne is well known in United Democratic Party ñu gis ko mu dem taxaw si kaw fence bi noonu di wax gaayam yi pour ñu kaam ñu déglu ñu kaam pour ñu mun a solution ñu mun a solve problème bi in a very civilized manner yaaga na moo wax foofu waaye gis nañ léegi fu mu ne ni wàcc na gisaatuñ ko fu mu ne ni waaye ni ñaa ngi fi taxaw ba léegi di xaar Sabally pour mu ñëw because gaa yaa ngi wax ne dañ ko war a nominate by and force dañ ko war a nominate ande place NPP nkajuma NPP nkadole ba kono jana atala kono ya ayentelo ntangalo atondi mato ba NPP ko en lonna ngaka bi ngafra ko tata mo ba no NPP ko aba singa ala ataya Brikama ko rere ba du place ba aba kono to place
prazo ba boko na jan NPP kolo ah fo ida kala ba
That's reaction from different people talking. This is Government Talents TV. We will be here to bring you everything that is happening in Brikama here. We have been bringing you the nomination of different candidates since the beginning of the nomination on the 5 and still now we have been coming here. But today this is UDP's second candidate who end up being Maudou Sabali, been denied of nomination for a reason we didn't hear it still now. But Maudou Sabali went back to bring another thing that was required of him to bring. We are still here waiting. We didn't know what will actually happen at the end of the day. But we pray let everything be solved in a peaceful manner. But we will still be here to bring you whatever is happening as our media being one of the best medias in terms of reporting the factual issues that are happening in this country currently. This is Sirif Conte. Bal hakilo bulan ne hanikabi. Government Talents TV lem. Intella ka femfen natale.
Bondi. Nimba nyimwana bondi. Wallahi memem fulani nyimbankun kan. Ko membe ta ka nyimbankun kan. Banko de nyanda wulala ngabondi. Mune akendi mo sabal wada wama mune akendi mo sabali wada wama nyanna register ngabo long because sekuma jaju ay nyinefo akata damba non confirm candidate because ni aje ni fulan ni mo mbita hekola amay fula kebal ay mala mo la ko mo sabal wada nominate la jang ko wale akendi ko sekuma abati tarkam busumbala kono ba busumbala dimul batembo men to bi Buzumbala na kano fela lari. Karta fay sanza me buzumbala kono. Amanyana karta amanyana.
So itela jero to. Itela jero.
Adam baro fa lonko. Se kuba mota noma wala akeni be nyim planol. Nyaje planol tandi se kuba mota noma te kanyala buzumbala ko. Ndele buzumbala, ndele betami, ndele be kerwan. Ko kada ko dar buzumbala. Uteko se kuba te kanyala no la wot.
Baraka bake.
Ala baraka. Bake ndem baje.
Hey, wow. Nabia, mana Nabia? Ada Nabia? Ada Nabia? Woi, aku nak limau mata. Main tu limau, woi mau. Buat. Ada Nabia? Nabia pun deh. Hey. Woi, mata. Buat. Woi, di mana yang kau buat? No, ni mana yang limau? Mau pun deh. Woi, jom dah, kaju dah. Mana limau kau? Kaju. Bro, mala hindi na nga niya. Sorry. Adina. Ah. You all can hear. This is the reaction right now. This is the reaction right now in Brikama at the Independent Electoral Commission's office. Right now, PIUs are throwing a tear gas has been thrown inside of mbanimol atella jayin tembola ay sila office otom be wolto ten bari sayin sabata je balal do manni ñing ketale tumala min Mamadou Sabali ya dina pour kan nominate ya dina dalilo min nan o kirimba so be keri ño sabo be keri o kamala mandol sotonoje but nga presiding officer ñim moy aka fuko you have to go and do that within 48 hours and then come back so kamala nasana findi kankango ñing kono IC Independent Electoral Commission la office ñing findi dam nabi tawol fofu findi tawoto so biri nara findi mbelori banta bari United Democratic Party dingol dolko by force sabali be nominate lale dolko hani ngambatu yela moy bari o kamala man na ñoo moy no ñoo sabo keta bari sabali nata ta pour kata fen kamana ya ñinin kamen na pour asa make sure nati nan bira tata o kamala be lorin je ñoo sabo nata keje o kamala PIU official nata gasol fay gas sabo fay o sembo meta sembo warda o kamala fo mo nata janjang man fen nati no membe keri ñin tembola bari aliaje situation o be jantene medamen jam fata jelale bari molbe berol fay kanne PIU fanam be gasol fay kanne ñin tembola be lori wolto ten be jam farin jela do manni bari be jam farin jelal do manni bari mba katala le fem be keri wo ma fona mba katala le ngana kato kije pour nsanati na lena hello yeah we are okay we are okay I've seen Nadia now we are together we are covering again we are standing far from them tahawal fofu bana you all can see alnyale bala in tembola ibe gaso fay kan still now bunda ma fon wala jana silo la karado la munta tenko manke wala to gaso be fay ka wolto nyin tembola bari mol ba kata kan ne ko tenke pati dingol ba kata kan ne pour ka kata nan bunda la ko tenke pour ka access to je tel fo bola kata kan nyin tembola bari ma access to no je still now because nyomoyo mambanke no la bari notwithstanding pati karadola ngam modol jele pati dingol min ning IC ko aning PIU official be diamola pour ka je ko ko solve no nyamen doron se nyomoy no bari woman keno hani say wa sabu access man sotono pour ka dum kono be continuer la doron kana tali fembe Brikama yin tembola IC la regional officer to me alon ko wala be West Coast region mbokay yena nge gis situation bi fum nekani domi parti ñu ngi del ci waat pour demaat pour waxa gaay yena nge gis fum ne ni jamono ji yena nge gis situation bi waye gaay mënu ñoo dégo si ko defee nag dañoo fexe rek ñu jege foofu pour ñu indil leen lu fa munti nekka ñu indil leen ko Gambian Talents TV ngeen nekka di seetaan fu mu nekka ni dañoo bëgg di indil dañoo bëgg di leen indil rek lépp loo xamante ne moo nekk di xapun fii si jamono ji si IEC seen regional office bu nekk Brikama. You all can see they are still trying to calm the situation, but still now they are still trying to calm the situation, but to no avail right now. We are here. We didn't know people's fate. Currently, we didn't know it, as the party militants are still standing, and also PIU officers also are still standing. Some of the PIU officers are here trying to negotiate, but some of them are still throwing gases. Still now, and we need to get closer to there to bring you whatever is happening currently. Gambian Talents TV men neka di setan fum neka ni. You all can see hali saying gaso be fay kanne karadola jana ma kata kanne hani kabi pour ka coverage o nyin ka fenna tale min yalon ko al nyaman tara wolje kan nyin tembola ndo wala kata kan Gambian Talents TV al ko jubi almol bula wala gar almol bula mo na tamit kala laki
Partido menka bankola agenda soto. Partido menka nala luntaw la agenda soto. Intel ma fo luntaw. Luntan sifa fula le be keri. Luntan tambila be keri ne, luntan sila be keri. Luntaw me yalon ko tilo buka boy. Amala sun kolu dina konakir ame kolu dina bisao ame kolu Casamance. Intel ko wollom luntaw. Luntaw me ya soto jang aya muso futu jang aya la korda soto jabe sirin jabe namo joka. Intel ma wol fode ite tarla jang ibe jana nin gambia politiko sita ika carte fay gambia nin gina misawla konakri la politiko sita ika bodi kata carte fay ko ntol ma chan soto dina konakri ma chan soto senegal munati na wol diwul bo chan soto lan ton la banko ka ibe nyina keleka bari itol yota ya use yata personal ikata ka molu nafikiya ka fo molu ko nyil ko ni tol ya banko mara iba tol bayla janni abe wuliya abe nafikiya moti jang miliya lonko isita la korda kono ya fako sikili nebe sirinje ngol ka koroslo kede psychologically invisibly menna study na jele na dongul paral ka benje buka kentul la nation
somebody was coming inside. We've seen the party militants escorting somebody to go inside there, but we still didn't know who that person was. But then those who were escorting him were United Democratic Party's militants at this moment. This is Gambian Talents TV. You are watching us live at Brikama at IEC's regional office currently. You are watching at the door right now. The door is now open. We can see some people entering inside, but not all of them. But of course, the person who they were escorting entered inside there, but the PIU officers right now blocked the door to restrict others from entering inside currently. After gases, so many gases have been thrown here. All of us were dispersed. We went back, and now we are standing at the door again. But some of them, the party militants, are discussing with the PIU officers, and some of the PIU officers are still at the other side, standing, waiting to throw other gases again. This is Gambian Talents TV. You are watching live from Gambian Talents TV currently. Bala hakilo bulan la doro kalbe Gambian Talents TV la jube kan ñin tembola membe kering mba kata kam pour ka wala natale ay sila office oto mi yalon ko wala be Brikama ñin tembol be dunna kono tole nga jube buwa be dunna kono tole nga jube kombe fenna tila no alene be men soto no please can I enter inside I want to go sorry Alin so what sorry we are inside at the IEC's regional office right now.
If you want to receive monies from UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world, Supersonic's money transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast, and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonic's money transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonic's money transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics.